On Monday, almost 15 people lost their lives in an accident in the central region. This is despite the effort by police to protect life and property through their Operation Father Christmas project.
The accident happened a few minutes after 11 Monday morning at Antado, a small community near Commander Junction in the central region. An articulated cargo truck from Takoradi is purported to have burst a tire and run into a Sprinter bus with registration number WR 252613 with 15 passengers on board from Mankesim, killing all occupants with the exception of one who is in a very critical condition.
Again, effective January 1st, the Accra Regional Police Command will be clamping down on group motorbiking in the city.
The general public has expressed concern about the trend, complaining that thieves and other miscreants engage in the practice to disturb the public peace. Accra Regional Police Public Relations Officer DSP Preventative, in an interview with Joy News, said the total disregard for traffic rules and regulations by these motor riders is illegal.
My name is Stephen N.T. and this is today's big story. Well, in the small community of Antado near Commander Junction, an accident in the central region occurred and killing almost 15 occupants on board the vehicle. This is in spite of efforts by the police to protect lives and property for the festive season. The police, before the festive season, announced the Operation Father Christmas, in which they will increase police visibility in major towns and spots across the country to prevent such things like accidents and robberies in our homes. But we are still in the festive season, and today is the last day of 2013 as we roll over to 2014 tomorrow. We want to take a look at what the police has been doing up to today and what it plans doing in the new year. And I have with me the Director of Education, Research, Training at the MTTD, DSP Yao Obing. It's great to have you here, sir.
Thank you very much.
I mean, my colleagues were saying that today I really met my size, man. I mean, I'm really short. It's great to have you here, sir.
Thank you.
So, I mean, if we look at this accident, this is just one of the events or incidents during the festive season. Do you think the police have failed?
Generally, wouldn't say so, but it's rather painful and sometimes difficult when you are actually engaged in protecting the public safety and health with all the proactive strategies that we have rolled out. And then all of a sudden, like happened in 2011, when we thought we had finished on 27th December in Senyabregu, a similar incident occurred, and 27 gallant Ghanaians, youth at that age, lost their lives. So that's something. So it's sometimes difficult, but generally, when you look at the picture from January 1st to, let's say, 29th December, yesterday, compared with the same period last year, given the volume of traffic and how we have increased the vehicle fleet of the country and the number of road users we have, compare the figures, we realize that generally there has been significant marginal reduction in crashes reported to us, persons who have been knocked down as pedestrians, persons who have been killed.
And this you attribute to police success, or
generally, we see the road safety management is a holistic approach. We synergize from the tripartite, motor traffic and transport department units across the country, and then Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority of Ministry of Transport, and then National Road Safety Commission, and of course the road engineer, talking about the Highways Department of Urban Road, and the feeder road, and then the road fund, and of course even the Ghana Journalists Association, the media, and the entire entities that make up the actors in terms of governance who are also helping us. So we cannot just be selfish and say that be boastful. All of us have achieved this together. But I think this what happened yesterday was a blame on our conscience, obviously. That we thought that because when we looked at what we have done so far, we thought that we are not going to achieve the monthly average. But I think we have gone beyond it this month, and that around this time we are around 169. And as at yesterday, before we even had what happened yesterday morning, I'm talking about yesterday morning, So you realize that if history should guide us and what has happened from yesterday to today, if you are not careful, we may be hitting around 180, and that may push the annual fatalities around 2,100.
Right. So let's take a drastic look, a quick look at events from yesterday to today are only just a day. But before the launch of the police Operation Father Christmas project, there were targets that the police service set for itself ahead of the Yuletide. So walk us through what you have done and what your successes have been, and whether you think that you need to do more as we move into 2014.
I think generally the CBD of Ghana was around the Okanshi generally, and police, and then Accra in general, and other police urban jurisdictions across the 11 police regions in Ghana, including Accra. And our proactive strategy was to show our presence, saturate the environment day and night.
And you did.
And to
you are sure you did?
Give assurance to the general public that though there might be traffic challenges, police will be seen working, and that will soothe people's attitude and order. And generally, we succeeded in that. Everybody is saying that the police has done well because we pulled the traffic, because we came together with the engineers to create certain diversions and let the traffic flow, though there were certain instances that we found some of the traffic being standstill. But that was part of the Christmas, you see, because generally if it engenders commercialization or commercial activities, then obviously it is to the benefit of Christmas.
So I mean, this thing you're telling us is the focus that you had in the commercial business districts. What about in our residential areas? Did you increase your presence, patrol presence in residential areas down Suman, Tema, Chimota?
Generally, you see, what I was dealing with was the CBD, because we knew that for Christmas a lot of buying, sharing will continue and will heighten, and we did that. Again, at the same time, the traditional patrol was not abandoned, but was enhanced. So apart from the traffic patrol that were increased in our peri-urban areas, in our communities, the normal day, the nocturnal and day patrol were increased. And we, given the backup support we have with our 24-hour communication or radio, we're able to respond in real time to deal with situations, and that's why no major crimes apart from traffic crashes that sometimes it becomes difficult to deal with, because it might happen at the blind side of police on highways and all that. But generally, we show our presence. Generally, Ghanaians felt safer and interacted and heightened the Christmas festivity in Ghana. But, of course, on highways, you don't expect police to line up on all the highways. It is not possible. Ghana cannot. And in such places, and Tado and all that, we may find one recalcitrant driver or the other engaging in road criminality.
So, I mean, I'm curious that I know that today it won't be too late for you to issue out a caution or precautionary advice to drivers who will be plying different parts of the country. What should they look out for in terms of personal safety as they hit the roads to travel to various parts of the country? People are returning to Accra, others are going back to their villages.
I think we sustain the same efforts before and during, but we are now in the during Christmas and New Year, that generally Ghanaians have been very responsible over the years and even this time around, except what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
What is this is that I think with this information, Ghanaians will know how far we have come. That last year, the same period, 31st and then 1st. Today is 31st, tomorrow will be 1st. What we did was that it was better than what we had done previously 2011. That within 31st and 1st, 2011, 8 persons were killed in Ghana during the New Year. Last year, it reduced significantly by about 1/3 to 6. We believe that with this enhanced, road safety campaigns and the support that we have received from the general public and the recognition, they will also, as it were, pay us back.
Pay you back by being disciplined on the roads and obeying road traffic regulations.
8, 6. They're
hoping to bring it down to 2 or nothing at all.
That's what we are looking
Tell me how the police service managed with the volumes of numbers. How did you get all the extra men to be poured onto the streets to ensure police visibility during the period?
I think others have said, including the Western Regional Police Commander, DCOP, Mr. Kofi Boache, that police is contingent on the situation. And therefore, we deal with rare situations that are occurring that has an inadequate solution that police comes in to solve in order to protect life and property. And therefore, if what concerns Ghanaians is Christmas, and there will be outpouring in terms of numbers, in terms of population, either human or vehicle. And then obviously, police presence alone will ensure decorum at public places. Then, of course, we needed to ensure that police officers at certain desks, at certain places whose services do needed, but maybe needed more on the road, needed to join their colleagues. And that's why you saw more personnel coming from officers and all those places to join their colleagues on the road to, as it were, increase our number and saturate the environment in order to, as it were, help us achieve our objectives. And so, for us, it is not new. Anytime there is a national assignment, be it African Cup, be it any national occasion or global conferences that are held, police always comes up with certain proactive.
Right. Yes, we would like to give our viewers a recap of the story in which we're reporting the accident. So those of you who might not have an idea of what we've been talking about with the accident in Antado near Commander Junction will have a better appreciation. Take a watch.
The accident happened a few minutes after 11 Monday morning at Antado, a small community near Commander Junction in the Central Region. An articulated cargo truck from Takoradi is purported to have burst a tire and run into a Sprinter bus with registration number WR 252613 with 15 passengers on board from Mankesim, killing all occupants with the exception of one who is in a very critical condition. The articulator driver also lost his life instantly. Kofi Edu is an eyewitness.
Tap no ba speed times to Accra. The time I didn't come breaking or 10 no he will be here. Now pick up back to see the kitchen on back. The 10 and no back at the cases.
The Regional Road Safety Boss, Stephen Anochi, confirmed the number of deaths and revealed what might have caused the accident upon preliminary investigations.
The cause of the accident was due to the articulator truck having one of its tires blasted. And in the process, when this vehicle, which was coming from Accra, tried to swerve him into safety, he got stuck in the ditch here. And because the articulator driver could not control his vehicle because of the tire blast, it went to hit him and threw him from where it was stuck. And so far, 14 people are dead. We are very worried about the situation. Anytime there's a very serious accident that claims a lot of lives, you can be sure that it's an articulator and a splinter. That is what we are experiencing on our roads in the central region here.
Meanwhile, the only survivor of the accident, a gentleman in his early 20s, according to the medical director at the Central Regional Hospital, is on life support and is being worked on for him to pull through. Central Regional Minister Samuel Sapong, the Regional Police Commander Ransford Moses Nenson, and other dignitaries who rushed to the scene of the accident and followed through to the hospital were taken aback at the number of persons who perished. The Regional Minister cautioned drivers to be careful on the road as the end of the year draws nigh.
From the information that I had, the articulator driver was overspeeding, and that is the reason why he was not able to control the vehicle when one of the tires got burst. You see? And that's it now. We've lost about 14 or 15.
Very, very sad scenes there. DSP, your closing remarks on that so that we will move into the discussion with the ban on group motorbiking in the capital.
I think it's unfortunate. This shouldn't have happened. It is a crash, not accident, because it was caused by an irresponsible driver. And if there is any support that we need to give in terms of protecting life and property by either vehicle owners and drivers, it is this time that drivers should drive with tolerance and with love, and should not be lovers of speeds, whether inappropriate or excessive. It is unnecessary. It rather kills. And therefore, in the information we give on daily basis are the same information we continue in the ensuing year, because that is exactly what leads to their crashes. Excessive speeding, inappropriate speeding, and empty heavy to a vehicle that has gone to offload and returning to base. Doesn't need to do unlawful overtaking and continue with hard brakes and all that. Don't just maneuvering a kill. So we want to appeal also to vehicle owners to this coming year to spend a little bit on their drivers. A lot of Ghanaians have fleets and they are managing it, and they might not be the drivers. They have bought it and others are driving, these professional drivers. The law is that they need 48 hours of defensive driver training, continuous driver education, before their licenses are renewed by DVLA. We think that vehicle owners owe Ghana a responsibility
to ensure that these drivers go through these trainings,
to this skill training and attitudinal training, at least to build their capacity to be more tolerant, to be more skillful, to be more patient, and to anticipate and to deal with hazards in order not to crash into them
as they come. So the police has issued a statement that effective tomorrow, I mean from January 1st, it will clamp down, the Accra Regional Police will clamp down on all group biking in the city. I mean, how has group biking got to do with anything? I mean, if young men and young women want to have fun and ride around and get excited, must the police clamp down on them?
Under the road law we have in Ghana, there is nothing called group motoring. It is criminal. Whether skating or group motoring, you need a permit from the local police. And even for local police also need clear permission from the means of transport with regard to where to do that motoring. Are you getting it? So on a public road, as we have in Ghana, it doesn't allow for skating, it doesn't allow for group motoring. Are you getting it? Because in Ghana, we drive on the right, and it shouldn't be in the form of procession. What are you going to do? Anything procession, anything that has to do with that, you need to go under the Public Order Act 491 of 1994, which has to do with taking it to police for police to give you permits or to notify them and all that. So it is under the law. You are not supposed to do it in the first place.
How does the police service intend to enforce this? I mean, because as far as I know, from evidence available on the ground, a lot of crimes have been conducted with motorbike riders. I mean, people have lost their lives because motorbike riders attempted to snatch their bags from them, and they crashed their skulls and broke them. But the police have not enforced a lot of these.
We need to understand also that motorbike is part of the vehicle fleet in the country. You can own it, but under the road law, section 38, and you need obviously to register the vehicle. It is very important. Registration includes, after your custom size duty payment, you must also go to DVLA, roadworthy, test it, and then get your specified registration number, okay, blue and white, and display it with your license, and then you can ride it, own it and ride. Otherwise, it is criminal to come on the road with unregistered motorbike.
So how do you plan to enforce this?
That is mostly what it is used to commit these crimes. And therefore, police also have its own strategies. I would say Ghana should watch. What is important is that those that are involved in this road criminality should desist. Group motoring is wrong. Use of motorcycle for Kada is wrong. Unregistered vehicle motorcycle being used is wrong. Minors riding motorbikes is wrong. And those who are riding motorbicycle without crash helmet is wrong. And all these things, the police will deal with it.
It looks like you're not ready to give us details of how you plan to enforce the clampdown.
Oh, basically, it will be a reactive enforcement. We're going to make fiscal arrest. Obviously, that but enforcement also includes this proactive means to educate, to sensitize the general public, to release information to the general public. Because police normally will not hide intention, you see, because ours is to prevent. And therefore, if the initial press release will deter people, and people will be discouraged from group motoring or using unregistered motorbike, fine. That is part of the enforcement. But I'm saying we'll be very reactive.
You'll be very reactive. And what would you consider a group? 2, 3, 4?
Oh, it depends on the purpose. Where? And what are they using it for? Where? And all that. And,
so
and group motoring.
If you see two people riding
that may not necessarily,
or racing on the highway, which we've seen in the visuals.
Sometimes they race. Sometimes they block the road, one end and the other. It becomes no-go area, and you see them displaying. That is part, and all that. We will look at it, and sometimes in procession, and sometimes we are not only looking at. Also, we are looking at vehicles, motorcycles that are unregistered. You see, they use it to commit crime. I think that's the essence of identifying every vehicle owned by Ghanaian with a number plate. And they don't have a number plate. The idea is that you may also not be. So,
yes, we can see that. I mean, these are some of the things you're referring to, right?
So for police, the evidence is there. You see, sometimes
this is actually very risky. I mean, the extent to which these are done. Look at that. So if a person is doing this, are you going to arrest him?
Oh, obviously. In Ghana, we are saying...
But I've also seen police officers do this.
Oh, for this one, I doubt. Police, public vehicles, using it for this. I don't want us to... I know that GP motorcycle for this...
Like during events.
Oh, that is... what you understand? What you are saying is that we are talking about people who are not permitted to use the road in this manner. So Ghana... If it is a single carriageway or dual carriage, we drive on the right. So one basically will be going in circles and doing all these, putting up all these road criminality and endangering the lives of also others. And we think we need all these riders. They are Ghanaians. We need to bring them to line. And for me, it is a national call that all of us should use proactive and reactive means to nip this in the bud. We don't need it. It is not part of our training.
Right. So I mean, in 2014, I mean, we've spoken right now about the police Father Christmas operation, and then we've spoken about the clampdown. But as we go into 2014, what should we expect now? My producers have just brought my attention to the fact that today is 31st night. A lot of people will be going to watch night services, and tomorrow is first. What safety precautions do you have for them?
Last year we registered 89 crashes, the same period, 31st 2012 and 1st January 2013. Last year, the same period, we had 89. In the process, 6 persons lost their life and 92 people got injured. Compared to the same period last year, it was better in terms of fatalities, but injuries, we had too many. And I think that that's why I said that we're going to sustain our deployment. In Accra, there wasn't much incident. Many of the crashes occur outside Accra. And so we're going to concentrate more here and also where these occurred. So we show our presence where the parties are going on. We know we'll be there, the patrol teams will be there. On the road, we will not leave the junctions. We will monitor vehicles that are moving. We know also that the roads are free. Most of the vehicles have gone to other regions, and there are fewer vehicles applying the road in Accra. Accra roads are straight and flat, and that's where mostly fatal crashes occur. So we'll be monitoring. We've heightened the patrols, we've heightened the visibility presence, and we think that with the presence of police, it will deter speeding drivers and those who are drunk or are drugged and are driving. And we appeal to the general public that if you go partying, let the one who has not taken alcohol or drug drive. And want those road safety giants in these groups to stand up for Ghana.
JSP, what about those who will be going for watch night services and they will leave their homes
generally,
and attend service?
Generally, I think
what police protection will be available?
Education has gone ahead with regard to kidnapping. We've been to churches across Accra and all that. We think that this is not the first time of observing 31st. And we think we've heard on other platform how even some parents are asking their children to go whilst they stay at home. For me, for example, from here, after my work, I'm supposed to be at church now at All Nation SDA, but I'm here. But I'll go home and I'll be with my children, and I'll still stay by my police communication to monitor the roads and all that. Again, we expect that generally Ghanaians should be vigilant. That at the time that we are moving to the churches, we should also ensure that situationally our properties are secured. DSP, we are very grateful. Police will enhance our patrol in the community.
DSP, we are very grateful for your time. DSP Yao Obing is
Alexander Kweku
Obing. I kept saying Yao Obing. Alexander Kweku Obing is the Director of Education, Training and Research at the Motor Traffic Transport Department of the Police Service. This has been today's big story, and up next will be Marian Turi with Joy News Interactive. Stay with us. Welcome back to the interactive segment, and Marian Turi is here. You're looking... say something. I'm speechless that time.
Are you becoming a very typical Ghanaian man?
Oh, give me a break.
Be a Westerner. Come on, tell me, how am I looking?
You're looking chic.
Ooh, thank you.
You're in the mood. Are you in the mood for church?
Yes.
Disco.
In a very holy mood.
Right. So what's trending?
Today is New Year's Eve. Across here, Ghana, and then also across the Meridian, but other people have already entered 2014. So we're talking about that. And the president is due to address the nation tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, and so we were thinking, we've gone out to ask people what they would want the president
What would you want him to say?
What I would want him to say is that things will be different. I mean, the hardships that we've been through for 2014 will
so
change.
You've been through hardship?
I have been through hardship. Okay. I have, yes. I can confess that.
That's an emphatic statement.
It's an emphatic statement.
Maranturi, I'll leave you to take charge of the rest.
Thank you so much, yeah. This is Jane Interactive, and my name is Maranturi. Welcome back. Welcome back to the New Year's Eve show. I'm actually hoping that you could be here behind the scenes and see the things that are happening here. But welcome to the show. I'd like to announce all the social media tools that you need to get in touch with the show. Facebook.com/JoyNewsOnTV. You'll find us there. Comment on all the posts we put there, and we will share it with the rest of the world. We are on Twitter. You will find us at Joy News on TV. That is where we tweet at. And the hashtag to use is JN Interactive GH. If you're sending us an email, please send it to joynewsim@motortvworld.com. And our WhatsApp number is 0260-518-801. I am on Twitter too, and I tweet at MN Toure. And JN Interactive is where tech meets news to set the agenda. And I'm trying to go through what we are going to talk about today. But, it's New Year's Eve here in Ghana and all the other, countries on the Greenwich Meridian. But Australia and its surrounding islands and Japan have already rung in the new year. President Mahama is also due to address the nation tonight, and we want to find out what you would want him to speak to in his address. Plus, we have a very special JN Interactive for you today. We will introduce you to the team, the ones who work behind me, beside me. You don't see them. They are on there working hard to bring you JN Interactive. I'll introduce you to my team today as well. So I like to, first of all, let's go to what is trending on social media before we, sit down and then talk about the other stuff. And if you can see it, what I see right now, President Mahama to address the nation tonight. That is the headline banner on myjoyonline.com right now. And is that the president will deliver his New Year message to the nation tonight on the national broadcaster. We all know it's GTV at 8 p.m. And the president's New Year message would also be available at the Flagstaff House YouTube channel. We will also have it, snippets of it, and we will bring it to you. Meanwhile, many, Christians will attend all-night church service to worship and pray to thank God for his mercies throughout the year and commit the new year into his hands. And that is what is trending right now on social media. That is very pertinent to us, that our president will address us tonight. We have been out there, like we always do. Our cameras catch up with you to ask you what is happening. So we've been asking on this particular issue, what would you like him to speak on in his address tonight? So let's go and take our first video blog. We are asking you what you would want the president to speak to in his address tonight.
Actually, we are expecting a lot from him in 2014, since the economic situation is becoming worse and worse. The living standard, the standard of living is becoming high. So we are expecting a lot from him in 2014, as far as the living condition of the people in the country is concerned.
He should tell us how he's going to retrieve all the judgment debts that he has paid to some people. and the one that court has give judgment that the president should collect that money from the company. So we want to listen, we want to hear things that he's going to put in place so that he can collect all this unnecessary judgment debt that the government has paid to.
Me, I only expect them to go by the laws. All the promises they have made, they should go by them, and I expect that the law must work in Ghana.
First and foremost, we thank God that the year has ended and our Papa is going to talk. We're expecting that the government should provide the people's needs. Everybody wants something and everybody needs something. And we are praying that the government should do things that will help the people within the country. Like he should provide our needs in terms of the electricity, in terms of education, a lot. He knows what the people need. He's not God, but he's like God. So he must provide the necessity that will help the people to live. He should live, give Ghanaians the best. That is what I can say. The government should give Ghanaians the best, and we are hoping that by the year 2014, we are looking for improvement, successful life, good living, and good sanitation. Thank you.
So far as Mahama's government is concerned, we want a lot of change in the economy. A lot of change in the economy in the sense that our export is mainly primary goods. We want to see if the government can do something about the export of the economy. At least expanding the manufacturing sector so that we can have most of these goods in the exporting sector. It will help the economy a lot. I think that is what I'm expecting him to do now.
So let's go to social media and take some comments that have been dropping in. And we said, it's New Year's Eve here in Ghana and all the other countries on the Greenwich Meridian, but Australia and its surrounding islands and Japan have already rung in the new year. President Mahama is due to address the nation tonight. And the main question was, what issues would you like him to speak to in his address? And so many comments, 70 comments in the last 28 minutes. You guys are fabulous. You make my job very, very easy, and I am really grateful to you. I'll take some comments now. And Marshall says, Marian, I've already seen 2014 and I'm enjoying it. Ha 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 ha. You didn't tell me where you're sending this from. It would be nice to know if you're one of my, Australian viewers or wherever you're coming from, Samoa or the other little islands around there. So you should have said something. At least I'll put it on my tracker to say, hey, I have so many people watching me around the world. So next time, please include where you're watching me from. Newton Jaffa says, Marian, I'd like the president to talk about how he's going to help control the current economic crisis that we are have in the country. Fight corruption, create more jobs for the youth, see the construction of our roads and hospitals. Marian, I want to use this opportunity to wish the President Mahama, the good people of Ghana and family and friends, not forgetting you, Marian and JN Interactive crew, Happy New Year in advance. Newton Jefford, Happy New Year to you too. Gilbert Asylum sending this in from Bolgatanga says, the president should thank the Lord for seeing Ghana throughout 2013, which people thought was going to be a bad year for us, considering circumstances surrounding the outcome of the election petition. As the father of the nation, he should implore all citizens to resolve and commit themselves to the service of Mother Ghana so as to facilitate the Better Ghana agenda. I wish my family members a happy new year. May we all cross over to 2014 in peace. So you're not jumping over, you're not hopping over, you're not getting drunk over. I mean, I've heard so many other things. You're crossing over. Okay. Hopefully we all cross over and then meet in the new year in one piece with a lot of joy and Thanksgiving. Bernard Kwame Hart says the increment in utility early start well. Utility early days of January isn't the best. As a nation, we need to start well. God bless our homeland, Ghana. High tariffs must be addressed. If nationals complain early days, it's progresses to the rest of the years. Okay, so you want us to start with joy so that we can continue like that. But once we start complaining day one, then we'll complain throughout the year. I hope it doesn't become that, and that this becomes a one-off thing for us. Emmanuelo, wow, the bookworm, nice name. I'm the fastest boy in Ghana, so I'm already in 2014. I don't know where you are. You on some rooftop somewhere. Perhaps the rooftop is closer to Australia, so you've arrived in 2014 and we haven't. Okay, we're the ones on the ground. We're waiting for midnight to strike so that we can enter 2014 proper. Michael says, touch on can-do spirit for higher productivity for Obama. Says yes, we can. Roland Yeboah, fine boy. I expect the president to talk of new ways or mechanisms to put in place to make the country good and better than it is now. Since 2014 is a year of double blessings and better life. Anyway, good evening to you, Marian, and to your team, and also good evening to your viewers. Majid Aoudi from Gushegut. Marian, the success of president is the success of the entire nation. So I think Mr. President should apologize to the good people of Ghana for his terrible first gear and seek for support from the able ones to help build a good country for 2014, especially with those who always keep you on toes for development. Okay, Johnson Nobing for Ampofo says we'll be looking forward to see him talk about pragmatic measures put in place to curb these economic crisis in the country come 2014. Na yabre. Okay, yebre. Oh, you mean yebre? So yours is continuous. Present continuous. Yebre. Yate. Perspects rest for improvement in the economy. Francis D. Chelsea, he should speak about tertiary education. Roland again says, anyway, I want to use this opportunity to wish you all well and also to let us bury our differences and move into the pregnant year, which we don't know what it will be given birth to, but only hoping to experience the best of our lives and also more open doors for all of us in doing this. I know that the Almighty God will come to our aid by granting our request. Kulo says, I expect him to talk of reduction in tariffs. Al Hassan says, nothing new, same old propaganda. Opoku Eric, corruption. You want him to talk about corruption? Okay. Francis de Chelsea, he should also speak about expanding the country's industry. Kareem Dallo, His Excellency is expected to say something on nurses' study leave. Or else, I'm crossing the border. Where are you going exactly? This is home, so no matter how far you go, I am sure that you will definitely come back home. And Abdullahi Abdul Razak, he should hammer much on corruption, health and education. Zor Divine, he should increase the salary of workers to avoid a series of strikes in 2014. Shalom. Shalom to you too. Adai Samuel Joseph, we thank God for such a day and time. More grace in the coming year. Francis de Chelsea, I want Mahama to talk about SADA. Baba Musa Tamale, one of my fabulous viewers who always sends a thesis. As we cruise into the new year, it is my hope and prayer that Allah Almighty would continue to grant you and I and the rest of Ghanaians long lives with good health, protection and guidance, as well as prosperity in our lives. With regards to the President's New Year message, which will be delivered at 8 p.m. tonight, I'd like His Excellency President John Mahama to, in brief, to give Ghanaians more hope for better days ahead by briefly touching on job creation, security, health, among others, critical sectors of the economy. Finally, I want to commend JN Interactive, especially Marian Ture and the entire crew for the great services to Mother Ghana in 2013. We can only hope for more moving into the new year. Marian, there is one surprising thing about 2014. The entire 2014 is the same as the entire 1947 year calendar. What a surprising coincidence. Aha, thank you so much. At least we're learning something also from you guys. Let's go and take our next video blog guide. Like I said, some countries around the world have already rung in the new year. Let's enjoy the celebrations with them as Australia, Japan have already done so.
Shouting in the streets, gonna make it some peace someday. You got blood on your face.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the first one was Australia and the second one was in Japan, and in very Japanese tradition, you could see what they were doing there, very solemn. And the Australians, you know, they had a bang, big blast, and I don't know what is going to happen in Ghana. Perhaps we all do it in our homes. I'd have a little banger in my home. After church, I just throw it out, and then wherever you are, you can do the same. But yeah, at least we have life, right? So we can ring in the new year together. But I promised you that I was going to share my team with you, the team behind JN Interactive, the people who make my job look very easy and fabulous. So meet the team on JN Interactive. Let's take our blog.
The special Christmas ditty I wrote it myself. Santa Claus is coming to Madagascar. Shake it, Batman.
My name is Ridwan Karim Osman. I'm the reporter who has been going around to get Ghanaians to express their views and opinions on JN Interactive. 2014 promises to be more interesting and much more informative on JN Exclusive. Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Hello guys, this is Eneslami, the video editor for JN Interactive. I wish you Happy New Year, and next year we are going to bring you much more bigger things. Catch up.
Yeah, hello viewers, this is Joy News and I'm Albedramina. I'm the soundman for JN Interactives, and we wish you a Happy New Year, and we hope that next year we'll give you good quality sound as always. So keep watching JN Interactives. Thank you.
In 2013, we hit your screens with JN Interactive, the first of its kind on TV. And we promise to bring you the best in interactive media in 2014. My name is Kwame Adom, and I am the director for JN Interactive. Indeed, this is where tech meets the news. Keep on watching.
Hi, my name is Brenda Shanoff. I'm the PA for JN Interactive. Keep watching.
So now you know the team, right? And so when you catch any one of them on the streets, you can say hello to them. And from the entire team, we wish you a happy New Year. You know, we're bigger, better things to come. We are praying that our sponsors are watching and they're bringing bigger things to us. The next year would have greater souvenirs for you. So if you are in the tech industry, if you're in telecommunications, whatever industry you find yourself, you're blending technology with news, please come on board. We need you to bring a bigger, better, massive show, award-winning shows for 2014. And if you're thinking that 2013 was great, we did about, 4 months of shows. So if you're thinking it's great and we have 12 months in 2014, then it can only get better for all of us. And from myself, from the team here, from everybody who has played a role in, JN Interactive, we say a happy New Year to you. I'll take some more comments before we finally wrap up the show today. Opoku Eric says, you're talking about the president, what you want him to address. He should also increase the petrol to boost the economy. Francis says, how to put money into our pockets. Van Fifi Johnson, the country seems to be lacking behind with respect to our economy. I'd like the president to put in effective measures so as to raise the economy. Na boy sa bre makasa nkwadansu esu. That's nice. Happy New Year to Precious Osei Anochi. And this is from Van Fifi. Amin Wahab Romeo. Thank you, Marian Toure and your team for the wonderful work. We pray and hope that 2014 will bring us more joy and excitement. I pray so too. Kulo says, Mariam, Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you too, Kulo. Kareem says, measures to strengthen the NHIS system. Kweku Opare Anoba says, I would like to hear him addressing stringent measures to deal with perceived corruption, carnage on our roads, widening of the registration of NHIS, insurance of national identification cards nationwide, reduction of strike, and finally the reduction in the budget of the presidency. Happy New Year, Marian and Steve. Happy New Year to you. And my final one is coming from Kola Goku. We are tired of talking about issues. We need solutions to our 1,000 years problem. period. And that is what you've all been sharing with me. Thank you so much. Steve is back so that we can wrap up together.
Marjorie.
Yes, Steve.
May I have the opportunity to wish you Happy New Year?
You do have the opportunity.
And I wish all my friends and family in Ghana and abroad very Happy New Year.
Exactly, yes.
What did you buy for me for the New Year?
What did I buy for you for the New Year? It's a surprise. I don't want anybody to see it.
Oh, okay.
I know how you like surprises, so I don't want to share it with the rest of the world.
This kind of surprise we must say on TV.
No, this kind of surprise you must receive alone.
Oh, dear me. Right, my name is Stephen N.T.
My name is Marian Ture. I wish all our viewers a very merry, I'm even confused now. Happy New Year to all of you. We're hoping that in the new year we'll bring you bigger, better things. And of course, those of you who are
Marian
saving...
Ture, you don't want me to say anything.
Some people are saving for me to go to
what
Brazil.
Is that?
Some people are saving for me to go to Brazil. I am so looking forward to going to Brazil, to feature in my bikini for all of you.
Right.
Exactly. So keep contributing and bringing them in so that I can get a ticket to go to Brazil. Happy New Year to all of you. Happy New Year from Famous. And I have some team members here. They're crawling in and creeping in. They're all over the floor. They can join me. We've had fun this year. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
And this year has been incredibly good. And we're grateful to all the people who made time to watch us. Those who watch us from afar, Europe, America, Canada, all over the world, we're grateful. I know many of you are streaming live now, watching everything we do here. We owe our performance to you, really.
Of course.
We're grateful.
Yeah. And it's amazing that a show that has run for just 3 months to 4 months would have such great following that, I get personal messages from people to say, you're
But Marjorie, if you are here on the interactive show, people should be watching.
Now I'm blushing. We're ending it. Thank you so much for being there. Continue to enjoy the rest of our programming. Thank you so much. And happy, fabulous New Year to all of you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.